Welcome to another episode of No Motive Garage. It's been a while since the last one, but for good reason, because I've realized that drifting this complete season is way harder than I expected for my first season. But anyways, I got a package. I ordered it from Wiring Specialties. More specifically, it's from Thorn Industries, and they do a lot of ignition stuff for engines. But we're doing a complete strip away of the old coil pack harness and chip igniter on the Rb25, and we're swapping it to LQ9 LS2 coils. I'm just going to show you guys briefly what comes in the box, and then we're going to hop right into it and figure it out together. So inside the box here, besides these three spark plugs, you get some stickers, and it looks like some mounting hardware for the actual like the mounts for the coil packs. This right here is the harness. It's pretty cool. What I've been told is plug and play. The only thing I'm worried about is this plug. I'm not sure what that goes to, but we're gonna figure it out. Might have just figured it out just by glancing at my engine bay. But as you can tell, those are way different than the normal Rb25 coils. So very exciting. I'll put this to the side. And here we go. We got some LS2 coils. They're really good at resisting heat, and also I can literally go down to any auto parts store and just pick up a brand new one, where I cannot do that at all with the Rb25 coils. So where a lot of the other mounts and kits to do LS coils, they just kind of like, these brackets basically just loosely hold these in place. I've been told that these really do hold them in place. This specific kind of carbon fiber reduces heat. So cool. To do this install, the removal of everything, you're gonna need a 5/8 spark plug socket, and that's just to take your spark plugs in and out. You'll need a 12mm, and that was basically to take out the original coil pack mounting bracket. And then to actually put in the new Thorn Industries Wiring Specialties LQ9 coil pack harness and whatnot, I just used a 6mm Allen key. And then we used the super long bent needle nose pliers to hold onto the little plastic washer at the very bottom. But other than that, that's all you really need to do this install. So basically, I'm just gonna strip out all the old coil pack harness, and I've already taken the chip igniter out, but I'm gonna do that in like a time lapse or something for you guys. If anybody wants to buy these coil packs, as far as I know, they work perfectly fine. Or the harness, that's a Wiring Specialties harness, the non-pro harness. Feel free to contact me. Putting fresh new plugs in here, just so my whole ignition system has a fresh start. So I emailed the guy over at Wiring Specialties, and he told me that I should gap my plugs to 0.02526-ish. So that's what I did. I think I'm gonna have to fully assemble one piece and then slowly put it in there. And we're gonna do the back half first, because I'm thinking that's gonna be easier. So I love how all of this fits so snugly in there. It fits amazing. So basically, and then this thing will slide down through, and then this one and this one will slide on there. And it doesn't really say anywhere where you put the little rubber ones, but I'm gonna put it where it would bolt in to the actual engine block. Gets a washer. Short bolt goes through, and then it's gonna have one of these. I know everything's chaotic right now, but it makes sense inside my head. Alright, so this is the best way I know how to do this. I got my girlfriend here, and I'm gonna hold this little plastic washer that's gonna insulate the coil pack bracket, and she's gonna place it on top. The boots are already on the spark plugs. So yeah, here we go. So I have to place that in that like that. Think you're on there? Alright, after that extremely complicated last shot, basically we got the little plastic washer, as you can probably see down in there. Maybe you can't. Now to get to that middle bolt, you just pick up on this and rotate it to the side. And this is going to be a 6mm Allen key. Bring that down till it's snug, and that's basically going to hold the coil packs from coming up. The back one needs to be slightly loose to allow like the wiggle room. Now we can go ahead. Alright, so we're still figuring out the real technique here. We put on the little plastic washers first, so that way it holds all of this crap together, because it's very difficult to snake it in there and put them on. Oh, also put the rubber booties on there first. Okay, this middle bolt right here, it's a little difficult, but I've wedged it in there so when we put this second piece on there, it'll work. So she's gonna go ahead and I've recruited her since her fingers and hands are a lot smaller than mine. And all the bolts won't fall apart now since we've put those washers on there. Where are you running into? Okay, to get to that bolt that's underneath here, that one right there, we've got to pop this little top bracket off, swivel it to the side just like we did on the rear one. Once again, 6mm for the win. Now when you're doing this, especially with that little rubber or the little plastic washer on there, you kind of feel like you're stripping it out, but you're not. After we tighten that one down, we can't slide this bracket down into there. So she's going to be holding that little rubber washer that basically, she held that thing down, I popped the bolt up. Now I'm trying to slide it back down, holding this cover on. So we figured out some more difficult things. So basically when we slightly pressed in those little plastic washers on the bolts before we put them in, they're really hard to, like, when you're trying to wrench them down, to like power through. So you have to apply, I would say, triple the amount of force that you would think you have to apply. So now we're gonna tighten this one down, then we're gonna go back and tighten all three of the top ones again. Now I'm gonna get the new Wiring Specialties Pro harness. Yeah, we have our main plug-in right here. I was kind of sold on this, on how everything's just plug and play. I'm gonna take this new ground, I'm gonna slightly bend it, and then we're gonna re-put it back in there. Alright. Now we're gonna bring this around. Kind of just gonna go in order on where it's like obvious, like the different lengths. You can kind of just tell. Continue to plug these down in here, and I actually just realized on each one of the wires to the coil it says which coil it goes to, so that was fairly difficult to get all this done. Oh, I gotta tighten my ground wire back, but I mean there's the whole, I mean I can tuck the wires a little bit later, but I really want to fire it up to see if it runs right and see how it runs. Enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to. You have we're in the comment section. I forgot that's a thing. Comment anything, any questions you might have. I'll answer back probably within half a day. If you have an idea of what you want to see be done, like if you have any questions about any other things, feel free to hit me. And also, all of my old ignition system stuff is for sale. So if you guys